Good morning, everybody. We have a rescue that we need to go complete. But before we can get into that, we have a lot to do to prepare for the very first day of harvest, which is also known as a farmer's one chance throughout the whole year to actually make money. So we have a lot to get into today. I hope you'll stick around and see how it all turns out.
I hate changing oil. First off, you're laying under here and everything is just crusty, dusty, rusty, and it's dropping on you. I really don't like that. Laying down makes me want to take a nap, and my hair always gets caught in these little slidey wheels, and everything's just a mess. But part of owning a semi-truck is taking care of it, and I guess taking care of it means changing the oil, especially because it's going to be getting a lot of use before harvest. So let's see how much oil I can get on my hands. Without dropping the plug. Woo! That was actually pretty good.
That was pretty smooth.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Hopefully the bucket's big enough.
That's a lot of oil.
And we did run the semi-truck beforehand.
It's all warm. We asked you a couple videos ago if you change oil warm or cold, and the overwhelming response was warm, so that everything's all circulated, and when you change the oil, any junk that's in it actually comes out. My hair is already caught, I can tell.
Man. Okay, roll that way. Okay, now pick your head up. You're good. You're good.
There's so many sharp things. Yeah.
I've had this creeper for many years. Somebody gave it to me as a graduation present.
It's pretty good
I
graduation present.
love it, but I think Laura needs her own that doesn't get her hair caught.
Yeah, or I need to find a hairstyle that treats me better. At least we've got disposable gloves. Work pretty well. We've had this semi-truck for a couple years now, but it's pretty old. And when the light hits it just right, you can see the other people that have owned this semi-truck and had their stickers on it before us. Dumas, Texas. But now, Laura Farms. You guys remember the first time we changed these filters? That was by far the worst oil change I have ever done in my life. It was terrible. So hopefully this time goes better, but frankly, like I said, anytime changing oil, I just don't like it.
Is it spinning?
I don't know. I'm crushing it.
Uh-oh, here.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. So once you dent it, it's like a pop can, then the whole rest of it's compromised.
Shoot. Oh my goodness.
Oh, honey, you are filthy.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the filter
I
though?
am trying to find it right now.
Oh, that's a big splash.
I hate this. And I can't. How am I even supposed to read what the number is?
You want a paper towel?
This is not funny.
Here, you want me to wipe while you hold? What's it say?
I don't know. 1971.
Wow.
They said a long time ago I was never going to change my own oil again. Why am I still doing this? The first thing that needs hooked up is the tractor to the disc, because there is a big risk of fires during harvest. In fact, I don't think in all of my years of farming we have gone a harvest season without a fire happening somewhere around us. That's the first thing that needs to happen. But before we can do that, we have a problem. And that is this piece of metal. I don't know what it came off of, if we picked it up in the yard or on the road, but that's not good. And this tire is flat. It's supposed to have some squish to it, but definitely not this much. So before we get it hooked up, we need to get this tire replaced. In very typical Laura Farms fashion, all the batteries are dead on absolutely everything. Luckily, we've got a jump pack and batteries with very easy access here. Need to get this truck hooked up, but batteries first. And it.
Always dead batteries.
Now, while we have gotten so much use out of this big Napa battery pack, so many people have recommended we get something a little bit more manageable and small. So in addition to our regular jump pack, we're gonna be giving this small one a try. I'll give you guys a little review.
Black to red, right?
Yeah, black to red, red to black. They like to do it opposite. I do have to say, I'm pretty skeptical. I mean, that's small, especially in comparison to that.
750 amps, which this is, what, 850?
Okay, well.
But the semi-truck, yeah, I need a lot of... We're juicing.
Let's see what we can do.
Oh, we got lights.
We have lights? Okay, let's see if it turns over. Oh.
I'll do its clicking thing.
Heard the radios boot up. Oh, we got smoke. We got smoke over here. This and here both started smoking.
Okay, let's go here.
Ooh, I can smell it.
Let all the smoke out.
Let's try that. Yep, more smoke.
Dead.
We might have to let these sit for a little bit.
We have to get the jump pack. The jump cable.
We're bringing out the big guns. I even brought the nice ones. They're the thick cables. Hopefully this works. Third time's a charm. Man. Guess we just need to be more patient. Truck is started and we're just greasing the, what do you call it? Kingpin, the plate. You know, the hookup plate. We're gonna get this trailer out of here so we can get the real moneymaker out of the shed, the combine. Hopper! She has all sorts of little paths through here. Looking like quite the collection out here. We've got our cute little grease design. Time to go back. The handle is pulled all the way out. Keep going. I think there. Oh, hey. It didn't lock in. Okay. Oh. Is that locked in? Graham Tire out to the rescue. Can't even tell where the piece of metal was. I think it was here, or maybe here. Either way, we're good to go. We're playing some game of Tetris or chess or checkers or solitaire or something. I'm not sure what. But basically we're just finagling, hooking and unhooking all of our equipment to get all the right stuff out. And it takes longer than you would anticipate. Pieces of equipment are so expensive, but they spend almost their whole lives inside of a building. We only pull them out and use them one time a year. We absolutely could not farm without them. It's what makes us all our money.
Hooking up the bean head, what is really nice is that these heads are like skid steer attachments. So they just hook right up. Just like this, okay? It just hooks right under here. And every single bushel of grain on our farm will go through either this, the bean head, or something that looks very similar on the corn head. Then everything is actually powered by these PTO shafts right here and all of these hydraulics. Having a head trailer to actually keep your corner bean head on isn't necessarily a requirement. You can get by without one. But it's super nice being able to maneuver it around so that you can have it straight, so you can just pull your combine right up to it and hook up. It's also really nice for storage to be able to keep it off the ground. Here comes the beast now. Look at how small Grant looks up in the cab. Up it goes. Got a thumbs up from Grant in the cab. Wow. So cool. Right now we are putting the bin extensions on top of the combine. So this allows us to harvest just a little bit more for a little bit longer, filling the grain tank all the way full. And this is what the inside of the grain tank looks like. So after going through all the internals of the combine, the clean grain comes up this auger and fills this whole area. Those little circles down there are actually scales, and that's how the combine knows to tell me when it's full. There's also a lot of sensors around here. We got the new oil filters, and I asked for the 1971s, as you can see, but you will notice they're different, okay? Not only the coloring, because I get it, you can print different models and stuff, but the tops of the filters are different and they weigh different. This one is significantly heavier than this one. I got them from the same place and they're allegedly the same filter and I'm gonna use them, but does anybody know anything about this? How could that be?
They're both the gold filters, so like there's different levels of filters, and the box says they're both the same, but they are very much different.
It feels different, so we're gonna run them, but I'd love to know in the comments, should I not be doing this? Should I be concerned? I guess we'll see.
We need the truck like tomorrow, so don't have time to do anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, screw it on.
Is that the front one or the back one?
That's the back one. Man, you nailed that.
Perfect.
Almost like you've done this before.
Done this a time or two, unfortunately. We're just doing hand tight. No over tighten filters here. I have enough oil under my nail.
No, you need way more than that.
Yeah.
You want them to come off easy.
Yeah.
The knuckle method, that's a new one.
I went for the knuckle to save, well.
Laura just got new nails.
I just got new nails on. They probably won't last for long with the way I'm treating them right now. Okay. How about this one? Where am I at?
Oh, sorry. You nailed it. Screw it on.
Wow, 2 for 2? Boy, putting the new ones on is going much better than taking the old ones off.
Is that your nails hitting the filter?
Yeah. Okay, filter's on, oil plug is tightened. All that's left to do is fill with oil and check the dipstick. Now that the header is on, it's time to give it a thorough walkthrough and make sure it's all ready to go.
Can you believe how many little nuts and bolts are on this thing? Look at all those.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
My goodness.
So on here we have This is called a guard, and it's these things. And the sickles, which are the sharp things, slide through here at a very fast rate of speed, and that's how they actually cut things. This head can cut anything from soybeans to wheat to any sort of small grains, really. And it's just like a big lawnmower that sucks everything in the middle. But anyway, when these break, oh, look, there's another one.
My goodness.
So this top breaks off, then it doesn't cut very well. And then if one of these breaks off, like the tips, like this one broke off, that's not very good either. We gotta fix them all before we can go, or else it won't cut very good.
And we want nice, even cutting as we're going through the field so that it feeds evenly. The beans all flop onto this conveyor belt real nice, and the reel kind of scoops them up. And it goes in at a nice, even rate of speed so we don't get a bunch that plug up our header. That would be bad. Pepper, of course, keeping a watchful eye on every operation we do around here. Got a nice wedge in there.
Yeah, so the problem is, so these two sickle bars go back and forth, and right where they meet is the one that's broken. So I'm not quite sure how we're getting it out.
Our other problem is that these things are razor blades. They are so sharp. And so you just want to really avoid getting your finger anywhere near these little areas right here. But unfortunately, that's exactly what you need to do to change these. Kind of a scary job. There's lots of farmers that have lost their fingers in this area right here. I still have all 10 of my digits. I'd like to keep it that way. You too, Grant. This reminds me of the work that we had to do on our hay cutting sickle bar.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of looks similar.
This is way better, though, because they're not the rivet style.
Yeah, the bolts are a little bit easier to take out. We're getting closer. After a lot of wedging and a lot of little bolts, slowly but surely. Wow, look at those new sickles. That is beautiful. Everything slides in just so. It's crazy the difference in color between a new guard, that nice shiny green, the old ones, all the paint worn off.
You know, farming teaches you a lot about life. If you don't take care of the weeds, they'll choke out the good crop you're trying to grow. And the truth is, our personal information online works the same way. Data brokers and people's search sites are like weeds, constantly popping up, collecting and selling your personal information. Phone number, address, even information about your family members. That's why I use today's video sponsor, Delete Me. Just like we cultivate to achieve a clean field, Delete Me goes to work pulling out those weeds, removing your personal information from hundreds, maybe even thousands of data broker sites, and then going back throughout the year to make sure it doesn't pop up again. It saved me time and worry knowing that Delete Me is out there working for me, and I don't have to worry about my personal information being sold to anyone with a credit card. And right now, you can try it for yourself. Get 20% off Delete Me when you go to joindeleteme.com/Laura20 or use code Laura20. Or you can always just scan the QR code on screen. That's joindeleteme.com/Laura20. Take care of your digital field just like we do on the farm. Now, back to work.
Now, we have gotten about 2.5 inches of rain since we started getting all of our harvest equipment ready, which on one hand has been very nice because it's given us ample time to get things ready. On the other hand, it means that the combine got a nice wash and also full of water. So before we do anything, we're gonna try and drain all the excess out.
Once the head is on and the top is on, it doesn't fit in the building anymore. So, yeah, if you want it to rain, just leave your combine outside. It'll definitely rain.
So we do all this stuff to get ready for harvest, but I believe the question everyone asking is, how do you know when to actually harvest? Because one of the great things about being a farmer is that no one tells you what to do. We're our own bosses out here. And so it's really up to us to figure out when is the right time to harvest. So we've walked out a good ways into the field into our irrigated beans. So the pivot hits all of this. And what we're going to do is just pick a pod off here and break it open. Okay, and then take one of the beans